Hello collectors, this is Joseph Protic with Statue Review. Today I'm going to show you a few smaller pieces that I've recently added to my collection. I have two items from DC Collectibles, one from the most recent Loot Crate, and a CGC comic book. Up first is the San Diego Comic-Con Jim Lee Batman BlueLine edition from DC Collectibles. I wasn't able to attend San Diego Comic-Con this year, but there was no way I was going to miss out on this Batman figure. Luckily, I was able to pick up the standard edition for about $40. This Batman figure is different than any other I've seen and is representative of Jim Lee's highly detailed drawing style. The figure comes in a decorative box and will make a nice display piece. Opposite of Batman is a small printed sketch by Jim Lee, and I just love his art style. There was also a limited edition released which included an original hand-drawn sketch for $300, but the asking prices for those have been in the thousands of dollars, so I had to pass. Up next is another Batman piece. This time it's from Quantum Mechanix or QMX and is a Loot Crate exclusive. My wife recently subscribed to Loot Crate and I have been pretty happy with what's included for only $20, so far nothing I would display in my collection room. Luckily for me, there were a couple of Batman pieces inside this month's box, including this Batman TV series Q-Pop. Now surprisingly, I don't have any 1966 TV series Batman collectibles, even though I did watch it as a kid, as I generally prefer the gritty comic book or video game versions, but I think this will display nicely with the smaller scale Batman figures that I have. For the price, this Q-Pop was an unexpected surprise. Plus the box also came with this handy Batman bottle opener, screwdriver, and keychain. Sweet. One interesting thing about the Q-Pop is that it comes with a dry erase marker that you can use to write your own custom message on the little speech box. I don't know if I'll take off the sticker, as knowing my friends they'll probably write some nasty stuff on there, so I'll just leave it as it is. Also from DC Collectibles is the Man of Steel Superman based on the artwork of John Romita Jr. I wasn't too familiar with John Jr.'s work before he started on the Superman comic, but I've really been enjoying the book and so was happy when this statue arrived, especially because I don't have any Superman statues in my collection. I've got to say that I was originally really disappointed with this statue. While the sculpt is good and is a nice representation of John Jr.'s art, the paintwork has some issues. The line work is sloppy, and the paint is scratched, chipped, and smudged. Now I have several pieces from DC Collectibles, so I wasn't expecting a masterpiece at this price point, but I do expect good value. Now the reason I don't do full reviews of these smaller pieces is because I expect them to be of a lower quality than their more expensive counterparts, and I don't want to judge them too harshly as they can make some nice additions to a collection, and that's what I think I was doing when I first received Superman. At about 7 inches tall, these imperfections in the paint are really difficult to see, and unless someone is staring at him from a distance closer than 12 inches, they're not going to notice. At $70, I think the price for the statue is a little bit high. In comparison, the Kotobukiya Artifacts Plus line runs in the $50 range and seems to have a little bit higher quality, though you aren't going to find the wide variety of different statues that DC Collectibles offers. Overall, Superman is a nice statue, and I think he will look good mixed in with my other DC Collectibles. Some people have said this Superman does look a little bit like John Travolta, especially with that pose, and I kind of agree with them. Overall, I still like it. Besides, one thing Superman is good at is staying alive. Sorry for the bad joke. There are a lot of collectors that like to display comics alongside their collections, and I'm no exception. The most recent addition to my collection is X-Men #1 from the 1991 series by Chris Claremont and Jim Lee. I can still remember when I first bought this issue back in 1991 at Toys R Us, and I have been a fan ever since. Now while I still have that issue, I recently discovered a pretty big crease in the cover I couldn't live with that, so I decided to pick up this CGC copy. Now this issue of X-Men is the best-selling comic book of all time, selling millions of copies, so I was able to get it for around $50, as there are a lot of them out there. Now I don't buy a lot of CGC comics as they tend to be expensive, but in this case for $50 I thought it was a good deal. They do display nicely, and you always know that you have a perfect copy, and with this one being so cheap, I couldn't pass on it, especially since I already have a loose copy. Now I just need some more X-Men statues to go with it. I hope you've enjoyed this look at a couple of the smaller pieces I've recently added to my collection. I will be adding a few quarter scale pieces soon. Both Commander Cody and Modern Age Thor should be arriving within the next few weeks. To stay up to date on my collection and upcoming videos, please visit my website and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This has been Joseph Prodzik for Statue Review. Thanks for watching.